Manifesting with the full corn moon. What's in store for us for the lunar month ahead? Let's find out. Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Granny B. In today's full moon pick a card tarot reading, we're reading for the lunar month ahead, looking at what we've manifested, where we are right now, what we can release, and what we'll be able to manifest in the best energy we can step up to, along with some advice. Before we get into the readings, I've added a little Moon Names 101 because I felt that a little extra information would be useful to add, especially as the September moon's falling so early, and the first of the two moons in October will be the harvest moon, and the second, on Samhain itself, is what's come to be known as a blue moon, and is also the hunter's moon. So the information is going to be relevant for the next 3 full moon readings. It's a general reading today, so as always, there's going to be parts of each reading that are intended as messages for others who are watching, parts that are going to be relevant to you, and parts that tap into the collective energy. And my focus with every reading is on using the law of attraction to manifest positively in our lives. And as usual, I'm going to pull a crystal card for each pile that will give you another way to choose a reading, and I'm pulling them from Crystals the Stone deck. And I'll give you the name of the crystal here and read you the interpretation when we get into each reading. So here we go. Group 1, please. So card for group 1 is Epidote. Can I have a card for group 2? The card for group 2 is Danburite. Can I have crystal card 3, please? Yep. Crystal card for group 3 is Tourmalined Quartz. I have a crystal card for group 4. Yep. Crystal card for group 4 is Turquoise. Now then, take a nice deep cleansing breath with me, and then pick the pile or the crystal card that you're most drawn to, and then you go down to the description box or the pinned comment and click on the timestamp there. That'll take you directly to the start of that reading. And we're picking from group 1, air signs, Epidote. Group 2, earth signs, Danburite. Group 3, which is fire signs, Tourmalined Quartz. 4 is water signs and Turquoise. Full moon names, blue moons and harvest moons. If you look back on the channel, you'll see that the full moon readings are named for the moons. And what do these names mean, and why do we use them? Traditionally, the full moon that occurs in each month has been given a different name. These are the various names given to each full moon through the year. Some traditions name 12 moons in a year, some 13, but naming conventions follow a similar pattern across cultures, and they help me fix my mind into the cycles and the rhythm of the wheel of the year. I like the North American moon names because they're very close to the names that I was taught as being traditional here in the UK. They aren't really traditional. So much of the traditions that we think are old are modern reinventions, like the modern reinvention that's becoming a tradition of calling the second full moon in a month the blue moon. That's relatively new, although it's seen as traditional. It can be traced back to about 1946, and there are interesting discussions on the internet about it. The September moon is usually both the corn moon and the harvest moon. This year it isn't the harvest moon though, because it's falling so early in the month. The harvest moon is the full moon that falls nearest to the autumn equinox, the celebration of what we now call, since about 1970, Mabon. This is the harvest festival that I remember so vividly as a child. Church altars absolutely covered in beautiful food that was donated to those in need long before food banks were a thing. This year, the harvest moon is the first full moon in October that falls on the 1st of the month. The second full moon in October is falling on Samhain, so these days that's being called a blue moon. As this is the moon following the harvest moon, it's also known as the hunter's moon, and there's yet another bit of modern reinvention of folklore behind that name too. So, blue moons. The average interval between full moons is about 29.5 days, while the length of a month can be 28, 29, 30 or 31 days. This makes it unlikely that any given month will contain 2 full moons, though it does sometimes happen, and when it does these days, we call it a blue moon. There you have it. Just as with Mercury retrograde, it isn't the moon itself that's causing the shift in energies. It's the collective energy of people who believe that it does, and the reciprocal energy of those who forcefully deny that it does, that creates the effect. It only affects you if you believe that it does or shove the energy away. Staying neutral to it negates it completely, but the collective energy can still be useful to tap into. The full moon readings for next month are going to be interesting, and I think my traditional year ahead for Samhain is going to be a very powerful reading too, in the energy of the collective for Halloween and the blue moon and the hunter's moon, and I'm looking forward to it. Now, let's get into this full moon reading. Root 1, Air Signs. Hello, welcome to your reading. Remember, it's a general reading, so take what resonates with you and just let the rest be. And your card is Epidote. What it is, Epidote is a prismatic, earthy green aluminium silicate mineral. It's the get what you give stone, making good vibes even better, but be warned, if you bring Epidote into your world, be ready to bring it. If you're set in wallowing out, keep Epidote at a safe distance. Who needs it? Anyone putting in the work on the self. Where to put it? Stashed away with your existential to-do lists. When to use it? When you're looking to kick a bad habit, a bad friend, or a bad mood. When you want to cast a spotlight on your weaknesses so you can work on them. And the mantra is upgrade your version of you. Lenormand cards. I'm reading these as a pair to tell me what have you successfully manifested in for yourself. And we've got clouds and well. Oh my. I can see clearly now the rain has gone. Gone are the dark clouds that had me down. You've really put the effort in here, the effort to feel better. That's starting to open up the well. Wishes, resources, creativity, healing. The caveat is that you need to maintain the effort to feel better. Now that the clouds are clearing away, you get the clarity that you needed to look inside, dig in deep to the important depths. This tells me that the intentions that you set are attainable, and I feel that you're in the energy securely enough that you can feel it too. Explore for hidden resources, but don't drain this well dry until you're at the point where you can feel it filling constantly. It always does. That's the base energy of well-being, that it's always flowing. The trick is to allow it. Everyday Witch Tarot, where are you right now? The energy that you're in, the circumstances or the challenges. Four of Wands, the achievement of a goal. Something coming in that lifts you, a celebration, homecoming, firm foundation, security and stability. You're seeing progress here and celebrating it. Feels like small things popping in. But you've learned that this means that the bigger things are on the way, and you can take the pitter-patter as the prelude to the delude. You can feel it. You're in that flow. Gratitude for the things that you have that feeds in the energy and abundance and flows more in. Momentum increasing. The sun, wow. Look, I don't care how dark those clouds were, you're coming through that phase. The sun is coming out, and the whole reading so far says so. This is all about letting your inner light shine through. And that this is in your energy right now means that you have the ability to do just that right here, right now. Tap into that well of abundance and flow your light out. That's what you're being asked to do. Flow your light out. The more you shine, the more you can raise the vibration of the collective. How good can it get? Ask yourself that question without expecting a response. How good can it get? That's a Cynthia Sulason suggestion. Access Consciousness have something similar. They ask, how does it get any better than this? Of everything, good, bad, or indifferent. And the universe responds by spiraling it all up. Queen of Pentacles, your energy here. Any gender expression can flow this. Divine feminine that's mastered manifestation at the level you're at right now. Right here, right now, you have everything you need and you know that the universe has your back. If there's anything that you intend to be or do or have that hasn't flowed in yet, there was that note of gratitude in the Four of Wands. And now we have appreciation specifically mentioned in this card. This energy seems to go hand in hand with the Four of Wands. That's this Queen's castle, their domain, their kin at play, like a grandparent with all the grandkids and great-grandkids ruling their universe with that warm, loving, abundant energy, flowing out the good food and the wise advice. How can you make the absolute most of the possibilities of this energy, this prosperity, that can flow in every form, including but not exclusive to money? How can you settle these foundations, these intentions, even more firmly into the ground and prepare for the new things coming your way? King of Cups, what a perfect match to this Queen of Pentacles energy. I've kept on seeing the King of Summer coming in for air signs. And I think that this divine masculine energy is actually appearing now. Divine masculine, and any gender can flow this too, who is master of the emotions, generous and caring and gentle and loving and deeply creative and warm and friendly. The caution is the need to set boundaries and not dive in too far, too deep, too quickly. The ability to look at interactions objectively, stepping outside of set roles, is a different perspective that's a good mirror for where you've been. This person is very goal-focused. They can let intentions sit and bubble away without putting any importance on them. There's an echo of the Six of Cups in the energy here. There's a link to the past. Good tarot to give us some advice. Ten of Air. Graceful endings meet hopeful beginnings. A moment of clarity. And again, that's the same energy as I got from the Lunar there. Knowing that things are on the up, you've learned lessons and you can be absolutely certain that you aren't going to make the same mistakes as you did in the past. And I'm trying to get my head around putting this energy into words. The lesson that you've learned is that you respond rather than react. A response is quiet, calm, measured. A reaction is volatile, puts out too much energy against, and keeps the pendulum swinging. A response can step out of the way and let the energy flow past and spend itself without incident. You know that if you keep your vibration up, then the energy can and will shift in your favour, no matter how bad it feels at the time. King of Earth. The Good Tarot just gives a series of affirmations for the court cast, but I want to go deeper than that. This is the energy that synthesizes out of the balance of the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups there. Mastering manifestation, balanced, secure, stable. Trim your boat, damn it. That means to settle the weight evenly on both sides of the boat so that you don't capsize, or to lean out on one side to counterbalance the boat leaning over with the wind on the other side. Going with the flow, trusting in the force that's flowing you forward, working with it, even if that means changing tacks to stay on course. The ability to manifest everything simply, easily, if you stay focused and grounded, aligned with your highest good. You make some team, you really do. Balanced yin yang, strength's one way, balancing the weaknesses the other way, and vice versa. Ace of Air, clarity again. And a suggestion that synchronicity is at play. Transformation and change. The momentum picks up now as the positive energy is attracting in all you need to move you forward. Even if you are tacking, the wind might feel like it's against you, but the tide is running in your favour. All this air and water energy, everything seems to be clicking into place, and logically you can see it and watch it happening. There's still a feeling of it all being a bit too good to be true. You do have all the information that you need. Now is the time to let it all tick over in your head so that you can get a handle on it and stay in this momentum. Hangman, surrender in the moment. Let go of outcome. Don't try to impose your will on the universe. Forced manifestations never turn out the way we expect them to. It's very much the underlying meaning of let go and let God, that we limit the universe when we try and impose our will on the universe. Say you need £257.20 and work just for that, instead of intending for the full flow of your abundance to avalanche in. You may have got millions, but you limited it to exactly what you were short of in the moment. Don't be afraid of the pause, the beat before the music starts, the silence before the applause. It doesn't mean that's nothing happening. It means that everything is lining up, getting ready for you to be ready, to be ready, to be ready. It isn't come and see, not yet. It's wait and see in eager anticipation. And yeah, it's a perspective shift. This card always is. Spellcaster for the outcome. Six of Pentacles, being able to give, paying it forward, charity work, fundraising, donating your time and energy to a good cause that you believe in, having enough resources, true prosperity so that you can flow it all back out again. It's a solid foundation to build from. Being given resources that you really needed, that allows you to do what has to be done so that you weren't able to do before, when lack was holding you out of all of this full flow. The Six of Pentacles is balance. Mr. Micawber being happy. That's a Charles Dickens character who famously he said, annual income £20, annual expenditure £19, 19 shillings and sixpence, result happiness. Annual income £20, annual expenditure £20, naught and sixpence, result misery. Having enough. Working on having much more than just enough. It's the Queen of Pentacles again. It's your energy. The nurturing divine feminine energy of manifested reality. Being the super parent, and yet that's not gender specific. No roles are. A need to be independent, have a stable income, be able to afford all the little luxuries you've had to do without. I think this is part of what's coming in for you. This financial stability. The advice here is to stay practical and grounded and capable and competent, nurturing and caring for others. It's the energy of the homemaker who's got a career as well, that earns a decent amount of money. Seven of Wands. Be prepared for a little bit of pushback. Set boundaries, stand your ground, and above all be open and honest and stay in your integrity. Speak your truth, quietly and calmly. Stay neutral to the judgments of other people. Their reactions coming from fear, yours is coming from love. Don't be wrong-footed or caught off guard. Equally, don't resist challenges. Flow through. You're fine. It's just a few bumps in the road. Eight of Pentacles. Well, that feels like coming back round full circle to the last reading that I put up. This is a learning a skill, honing and refining a skill, learning in the flow state, an apprenticeship, and I just heard crash course. Getting good at something quickly, focusing on details and getting them just right. Keep doing what you're doing and things are going to work out. Ask yourself, what can you learn to make sure that you're as ready as you possibly be for the future that's opening up for you now? Certain skills that you already have suddenly being more relevant but also needing to be honed and refined. You've got an unexpected advantage here and you can capitalize on it. Things that you know that you never thought you needed to draw on. I mean, it feels like, oh, that's why I ended up doing that. Now I know. Everyday Witch Oracle to close the reading out. Prosperity and abundance. Yup, feeling that. Having your cake and eating it. Look, she's got the cake. Everything working out. Prospering isn't just money, although it includes it. It's the energy of thriving. We go from surviving to striving to thriving. From fear to willpower to flowing and allowing. The striving isn't necessary. It's just a stage we go through. Counting your blessings and staying in gratitude and appreciation. If you're asking about a project or a goal or an intention here, then the answer is almost certainly a yes. As long as you stay in this allowing, high, happy energy, or step your vibration up to that level, it feels almost as if you manifested some good stuff in spite of your mojo being AFK. Now, milk it. Don't second guess yourself. Go and enjoy it and appreciate it. Group 1, if you like the reading, please hit the like buttons, because that's the best support that you could possibly give me. So thank you. And while you're here, if you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel so that YouTube sends you a message whenever I upload a new pick a card reading like this one. I'm moving on to group 2. So I'm sending you and your loved ones all my healing love and blessings. Bye now. Group 2. Earth signs. Hello, welcome to your reading. Remember, it's a general reading, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest. And your crystal card is Danburite. What it is, like the beta blockers in Grandma's medicine cabinet, Danburite's twinkling, effervescent energy takes the edge off with its serious, feel-good vibes. Who needs it? Emos, goths, buttoned-up white-collar stress cases. Where to put it? Wherever you want to do some elevated thinking, feeling, dreaming, being. When to use it? When the daily grind has ground you into the pavement? When you feel like launching into space but lack astronaut training? Vibing with Danburite can help you divert your busy mind away from its pesky physics-ruled orientation. There's somewhere else out there. Flip on the high beams and explore. And the mantra is, turn on your electric light. Lenormand cards, read as a pair. What have you successfully manifested in for yourself? And we've got the lilies and the lady. The absolute purest essence of the divine feminine. Contentment and satisfaction with who you are and where you are. This could be the establishment of a new relationship or a new stage in a relationship. Everything flowing from that deep peace and serenity. Finding a new passion from within that divine feminine, nurturing, sensuous energy. Everyday Witch Tarot, where are you right now? The energy that you're in, the circumstances or the challenges. Ten of Swords, the end of a long struggle, the beginning of a new cycle. You may have been down, but you weren't out. And this is you pulling yourself back up by the bootstraps and taking the time to learn from the experiences that you went through so that you can avoid making the same mistakes or being in the same energy that attracted it to you. The fact that we have these two Lenormand cards here underlines for me that it's very definitely in your past, over and done with and no longer able to affect you unless you stay stuck in the reaction to it. The worst happened way back then and it's all getting better from here on out. No blame though. Not anyone else or yourself. Let that go alongside guilt and regret. Nine of Pentacles, yeah. This is part of that energy that I felt in the Lenormand. The divine feminine as a successful entrepreneur, creating your own success. The effort to feel better that you put in is paying off. And if you're efforting in any other way, it's still working out. This is the pause to take stock, to see how far you've come. Maybe allow yourself a little luxury. And I just saw a bubble bath. Take the pat on the back. It's something tangible that you've achieved on your own merit. Something that's really worth celebrating. The sensuality of the lilies and the ladies being indulged a little. Nice things don't have to cost a fortune and can flow in unexpectedly. The High Priestess, you can trust your intuition. This divine feminine is flowing incredibly strongly here. Again, the message is your spiritual gifts are real and you can trust them. And I know that's a repeated message, but it came through loud and clear. In this deck, there's mention of a spiritual mentor that you can ask questions of, but they're not going to give you direct answers. They'll teach you how to find the answers for yourself. And remember that you don't have to know everything. You are guided. You'll get the information that you need at the right time and in the right way that allows you to take the next step. Yeah, and that's wisdom. I'm not saying to seek out answers to all of the questions. You can intend to find out both by manifestation and by doing mundane research, but then let it go and wait for the answers. They'll turn up. Page of Wands. A new path opening up, and there's a little bit of hesitation about taking it, but there's passion starting to bubble up. Eagerness and enthusiasm for something different from anything you've tried before. And this card tells me that whatever this new path is, it's a good one, a good direction to go in. And intuitively, you know this. Trust that inner guidance. I feel it's mostly new creative ideas that are firing you up. The discovery of something creative inside you that you really didn't think was worth pursuing before. You didn't think you were good enough, talented enough to pursue it. And does doing that thing make you feel lit up? Then it is your joy, your bliss, and you should follow it. If not, keep looking, because there is a path here. Good tarot for some advice. Page of Air. New ideas. Yeah, similar energy to the Page of Wands there. But you feeling that the ideas aren't proven yet. And that's where the research that I saw in the High Priestess comes in. Seeking answers to questions that you need in order to move forward. Deep curiosity. A sense of wonder as things become clearer. I look with wonder at that which is before me is a good affirmation to make use of this energy with. You have really only scratched the surface here. There's so much more to discover. And this childlike wonder, you're going to go a long way to some real clarity. The Fool, that leap of faith, the hesitancy of the Page of Wands gone as you get into the clarity of the Page of Air that lets you leap in complete safety right into whatever it is that's lighting you up. Secure in the faith that comes out of knowing that you're a spiritual being having a human experience and that this is meant to include fun and love and joy. The spiritual approach often isn't logical, and it's other people's reactions to what you're doing that can put you off sticking with what you know is going to work. And you're fine. Beginner's luck often goes hand in hand with the beginner's mind, and this new, fresh approach is all of that. And I feel it's going to work out beautifully here. Fortune's Wheel, synchronicity. What's for you won't go by you. You're co-creating with the universe and it's all starting to click into place. Celebrate the smallest of synchronicities that you notice. Intend to notice more of them. I'm hearing, let it be, there will be an answer, whisper words of wisdom. The gamble implied by the Fool there, taking that leap of faith, it will pay off when you relax and do your part and let the universe do its perfect work, not limiting it. Not dictating how any of it's got to happen, just letting go of the outcome and trusting that the universe has your back. Nine of Water, the Wish card. You know that it was always okay to say no to anything that manifested in that wasn't quite what you wanted. I'm also feeling that you've had little things pop in that weren't your full manifestation. Like when I got the exact amount of money that I was asking for in Monopoly money blowing about on my front doorstep back in 1993. A fine example of a harbinger manifestation. What Florence Scovel-Shinn calls signs of land. The little things that begin to manifest in before a big manifestation pops in. And that can be just when your thoughts go to the negative, when your meditation goes wrong and you feel like giving up. This card is the wish fulfilled, the desire manifested. And that joy of the moment, because of Abraham Hicks, he tells us often it isn't about the manifestation, it's all about the feeling that it evokes. spellcaster for the outcome. Magician, the next step on from the Fool, the next energy that's the ability to manifest popping in, like the scene in the cartoon where the whole room gets packed up, directing the energies flawlessly, effortlessly, everything that you need being right there in order for you to flow your intentions in, being in that zone. Move forward on the creative idea that we saw in the Page of Wands, clarified in the Page of Air, first steps in the Fool. Now you're clear on what you want and why you want it. Now you can take the inspired action, guided by your intuition. Ace of Pentacles, the manifestation of abundance, the beginnings of it, the seeds. You're being offered something, and it's up to you to take it and run with it and bring it into solid manifestation. There could be money being offered to you here, or a job opportunity, or something solid in the material world that will boost your prosperity. And this is energy that you can build on, even if it is the signs of land, the smaller things popping in before the big ones. If you celebrate them and stay in the energy of thank you, from the smallest sign of positive change to the largest, then the law of attraction will flow more of that into. It must. It's a universal law. You're getting a green light here, not just with this card, but with the whole reading. The energy is the universe cheering at you, encouraging you to go for it. Five of Cups. Don't stay in the energy of regret from that Ten of Swords that we opened the reading out with. Down but not out. 2 cups are still full, and all of your focus should stay on those full cups. None of it on the spilled wine, spilled milk on the ground. Okay, so that situation didn't turn out the way that you intended it to, but that's okay. You're human. Check your pulse. You have one. You're human, and that's part of the human experience. You know that you don't want that again. So in order to make sure that you don't get that again, you let that energy go and focus on the things that aren't good and right and happy, and remain totally neutral to the things that aren't. Forgiveness is key here. Forgiving everyone involved, including yourself. I like the affirmations. I call on the law of forgiveness. I am free from mistakes and the consequences of mistakes. I am under grace and not under karmic law. I forgive everyone and everyone forgives me. The gates swing open for my good. Hindsight's always 20/20. How true that rings after this year. Take the lessons with you and leave the energy of it all behind. The Chariot. I love this card in this deck. I read somewhere, I think it was Biddy Tarot, that part of the meaning of this card is being in flow with the rhythm of life whilst also moving towards your goals and intentions. And that's so apt for a full moon reading when we're looking at the rhythm of the smaller cycles that repeat like a drum beat, while the longer cycles change the melody. This is success at its core. Success that comes out of taking control of the things that we can control and letting the rest be as it is. What can you control? Your responses to the challenges and the irritations. Your response to your vibration changing either up or down. The call is to take the inspired action that flows you forward. No sitting around waiting for your abundance to be handed to you, like the man waiting for God to rescue him from a flood, ignoring the knock at the door, the boat and the helicopter that God sent, and then blaming God for not rescuing him. Check that you're on course by how it's feeling, and if it is, keep taking the next inspired step forwards and keep moving. And that feels like the advice for the whole reading wrapped up. Everyday Witch Oracle card to close the reading out. Speak your mind, throat chakra work, turquoise, breath work. I'm hearing Dr. Joe Dispenza's blessing of the energy centers meditation where he says that my words be law. The spoken word is powerful. The power of the spoken word. Florence Scovel Shinn. I seem to be channeling a lot of her wisdom right now. Speak your affirmations aloud with quiet conviction. Speak your mantras aloud when meditating, chanting. Are you whispering to yourself while the manifested world shouts over you? Let your voice be heard. Don't be afraid of it. The best practice for calm, wise words to other people as calm, wise words to yourself when you're alone. Throat chakra work will help your communication on all levels, from setting intentions to speaking truth to power. Group 2, if you enjoyed the reading, please hit the like button and comment below with anything that resonated for you. And if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing to the channel so that you get a message whenever I upload a new pick a card reading like this one. And I'm moving on to Group 3 now. Until next time, love and healing blessings to you and your loved ones. Bye now. Group 3 fire signs. Hello, welcome to your reading. Remember, it's a general reading, so take what resonates with you and just let the rest be. Your crystal card is Tourmalined Quartz. What it is, with both the negativity fighting power of black tourmaline and the amplifying clarity of clear quartz, Tourmalined Quartz, exactly what it sounds like, might just be the best stone to bring along in that often discussed desert island scenario. Who needs it? Anyone in need of a psycho-spiritual scrub. Where to put it? Wherever you intend to shine your brightest. When to use it? When it's time to shed a light on the vices, victims and vampires in your life. Once you have a clear view of their whereabouts, it's that much easier to kick them back into the gutter where they belong. And the mantra is restore your perfect light. Lenormand cards. I'm reading these as a pair, telling me what have we successfully manifested in here. We've got the bear and the stork. You coming into your power as an authority, a leader. It's a slow transformation that's been going on for a while, that's starting to show itself more fully now. It could be issues with an authority figure, but I feel it's your power. It could be you coming into the energy of parenthood, pet parenting confidently on the material level, but spiritually, whatever this is right now is preparing you for big leadership roles later on. I'm seeing stabilizers on a bike, training wheels. It's very definitely lifestyle changes, taking on a responsibility. Everyday Witch Tarot, where are you right now? The energy that you're in, the circumstances or the challenges. 8 of Cups, the closing of a chapter, walking away without any negative feelings, having learned all that you can learn. Traditionally, this means disappointment, but I don't feel that here at all. There's only one cup knocked over, and it's just a sign that true fulfillment is elsewhere. No one got anything wrong here. It just isn't complete yet. It could be a promotion in your career or a sideways step, taking on a new responsibility, adulting with style. Follow the call and move on. 5 of Pentacles, this is what's holding you back. A fear of not having the resources that you'll need to survive. But there is help available to you that you're not seeing. I cast this burden of lack on the universe and I go free to have plenty. It's a blip, a road bump, a molehill, not a mountain. It's a minor arcana card, and it's not a lasting energy. Sometimes it's the energy of lack hanging around that makes this card turn up to highlight it. Usually when this happens, it means you've got the chance to release it. It's simple. By focusing on what you don't have, you prevent your abundance flowing in. Focusing on what you do have, making the effort to feel better, makes it all flow in for you. Four of Pentacles. Don't make the accumulation of wealth your only focus. You can receive prosperity in so many other ways. Focus on the experiences that you intend for. Think of the holiday itself, not getting the cash to book it. Think of the car or the house, not the lottery win. In the positive aspect, the 4 is security, investment, savings, creating a household budget, watching your credit score, paying off debts. There's a link, though, to the lack in the 5, scarcity, fear of not having enough holding you out of the abundance that is your birthright. The emotion code might help. I've been drawn towards that myself. The Fool. Taking the leap of faith, clearing the decks and starting fresh. Going back to the basics with a beginner's mind with all the wisdom that you've gained from this last turn of the wheel. You've always had enough to get you through. There's nothing to suggest that will ever change, except the fear, false evidence appearing real, that we see in the the 5. If you're hesitating to take that first step forward in the new directions that the 8 of Cups says that your heart is calling you to, then take a deep breath and imagine yourself doing it. How does it feel? Only you know if it's right for you right here, right now. Good tarot for some advice. 10 of Fire. Feeling like you've taken on too much, that this latest new responsibility is a step too far. Time to declutter some of your responsibilities, delegate, release things that you no longer need, whether that's stuff or tasks that you really don't need to still be undertaking. It's the last of the energy that led up to the 8 of Cups, the cleaning out of the desk, the taking the houseplant home and sharing the cake with the office staff. I'm also hearing stop volunteering for more work. Take a step back and let other people take up the slack and pull their weight. No guilt here. You really can only do so much. 10 of Earth, whatever it's feeling like at the moment, these are firm foundations that you have underneath you. This is affluence, abundance, financial security. It is coming in for you. Step back from that buzz of dissatisfaction that has you all tied up and really focus on everything that you've achieved already. Look at the synchronicity that plopped things in for you at the right time, in the right way, the knowledge and the experience that you've gained, the ability to tap into that calm, allowing place that flows it in, and the fact that you can do this more and more often. Count your blessings and get into the zone again. Justice. The law of cause and effect. What you give out comes back to you. Elements in your life balancing out as you drop importance and focus on exactly what you want to flow in. Acting in integrity and for the highest good of everyone involved allows everything to flow the best outcome possible in every given circumstance or challenge. And again, I'm seeing that this isn't a huge thing. None of this is. It's a short-term energy from a short-term reading, and it's not important, so don't inflate the importance of it. When making this decision, tune into the heart and work in adherence to ask for guidance. You'll get it. 5 of Fire. Time to play with new ideas, new ways of doing things. Be open to new people around you, new teachers coming in. Take the novel and unfamiliar and test it to see if it's a truth you can work with. It might be that you've simply outgrown a manifestation technique and that you're aware of this little bit of lack and scarcity in your energy that you just can't seem to be rid of. And so it might be time to look elsewhere for teaching that allows you to put your finger on it and release it and go free. You know that you can explore all aspects of this wild and wonderful world of positive mental attitude and manifesting using the law of attraction. There's no one right way, no one size fits all. We're all individuals and we all come at this in different ways until we find what works for us. Five of Pentacles again, spellcaster for the outcome. It's this last little bit of lack, fear of not having, fear of having it taken away that's holding you back here. That and the frustration at yourself for not seeming to be able to shift it, and that's not helping either. The help is there, really. There are so many ways that you could choose to reach out and ask for help. Start by intending to know the answer in whatever way works best for you. And I'm going to give the same advice again. Look at what you have. Find the feeling of gratitude and appreciation. Look around you now. What can you see that you can feel grateful for? What did you do today that makes you feel good? Focus on the having, not the lack. You're breathing and the sun came up. That's worth celebrating. And trust me, this is hitting me and my Leo sun where I live too. I feel just as called out here. Ace of Wands, a new opportunity. The manifestation of passion and drive, the chance to follow your bliss. Pure potential on the energetic level, new ideas, good ones that you can take and run with. The path that you are being called towards in the 8 of Cups is the right direction. Take baby steps to begin with. Make sure that your actions are inspired actions. See how it feels to you. Let the energy guide you. Does it feel good? Are you engaged, enjoying the experience? Then it's your path. It's creation, not competition. Creating something good, expanding your horizons by learning. Ten of Pentacles. For the third 10 and the second appearance of the Ten of Pentacles. It's more than a possibility if you can get your head out of the last of that lack and go with the new direction that the cards are showing us here. The second time it's shown up, the only thing that you have to fear is fear itself. You have the potential to achieve the material security and stability that you intend for, permanent and settled, with more than enough to have and pay forward. Commitment to the ideas that are sustainable, not ever being interested in get-rich-quick schemes that take and don't give back. Creating something that gives more in service than you receive in monetary reward. Ace of Swords. Out of all this comes a new clarity, intended for and manifested in, that allows you to really get where you are, right here, right now. Take responsibility, the success principles, Jack Hanfield, and then take the inspired steps to move forward. The manifestation of clarity always includes the manifestation of inspiration, hand in hand with the Ace of Wands. The drive and the passion to drop the last of the scarcity, the lack, out of your energy and move on from that chapter in your lives. I apologise for minimising that lack energy. It seems as if it has loomed large, although it's a simple fix. And I was right to say that you shouldn't make it important. Not being able to get into the energy of the solution has been like sitting in a bed of stinging nettles trying to meditate. And the good news is that you can drop it. It is possible. The energy around you now is supporting you to do just that. All you have to do is ask for the help that's being offered, and then take the action that feels like the next right step. Everyday Witch Oracle to close the reading out. Change and progress. Yep, it's all good. You haven't got it wrong. You're simply learning to follow the guidance that's being offered. Water is the perfect example of a neutral force. It always finds its own level, but it can wear away rocks. Use the 2-cup manifestation method to intend to go from lack to abundance. Go with the flow here. Don't fight the fact that things are changing. If nothing changes in the Four of Pentacles, how can anything change for the better? For anything suddenly fantastic to come in, from a lottery win to a coin on the street, first there's got to be the energy of the unexpected, the unusual, different, not in the script that you usually choose. Intend to have the happy surprises. Expect good things to keep happening every time something good happens. Keep moving, don't stay stuck. Stuck water stagnates. Moving water is free from outside influence. Sleep swimming in the sea of abundance. Watch it flow everything in for you. Group 3, fire signs. If you enjoyed the reading, please give it a thumbs up and comment below with what resonated for you. If you haven't already, then please do subscribe to the channel so that you get a message whenever I upload a new pick a card reading like this one. And I'm moving on to group 4 now. So love and healing blessings to you and your loved ones. Bye now. Group 4, water signs. Hello, welcome to your reading. Remember, it's a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Your card is turquoise. What it is, brilliant blue-green turquoise has been rocked by humans longer than almost anything, since like 5000 BCE, from Lhasa to Marrakesh to Tussauds. Turquoise is, was and always will be both go-to protector and fashion statement. Who needs it? Anyone whose voice has gone AWOL. Where to put it? Set in sterling silver rings, big old belt buckles and bolo ties. On the podium, open mic night, and wherever else you need to speak up or speak out. When to use it? When you feel disconnected from the things that make you human. When you've got something to express, get it out with turquoise. And the mantra is, speak your truth. Lenormand cards, read as a pair. What have you successfully manifested in for yourself? We've got fish and birds. This feels familiar. Abundance, plenty, wise use of resources and news, information, things feeling positive. It feels like online enterprise, making money through communication, good momentum being put into good flow forward using creativity. The fish can indicate selling things, not a single sale, but multiple sales. The birds are news. Your creative energy, making things that become popular through word of mouth, people liking it and passing it on. This is the kind of combination I'd see if an online post were to go viral with no negative connotations. The Everyday Witch Tarot. Where are you right now? The energy that you're in, circumstances or challenges. Seven of Pentacles. You've planted the seeds, put in the time, and now is the pause while you wait for the harvest. And it's certain you've done all the right things. The energy is eager expectancy. You've got small manifestations popping in that are just increasing your belief and your faith. You know that the inspired action that you've taken will pay off, and you've put in your best work. Don't be tempted to double down and start efforting. Inspired action doesn't feel like double digging 3 acres in a day. You're on the brink, and this is the point to relax and allow rather than efforting. I always say with this card, don't dig the plants up to check how well they're growing, because you'll kill them. Let them be. You're at the point where doing any more will be counterproductive. Time's on your side here. Ace of Pentacles. There is unlimited potential here, and I think you know this, that you've stumbled into something really good, lucrative, that feels great in your integrity for the highest good of all. Magical work in a magical way, magical service for magical pay. Again, the messages of good news coming to do with your prosperity. Dig deep into this energy and milk it. The potential is there, and now it's up to you to keep taking the inspired action to flow it forward. And remember, we saw in the 7 there that this doesn't mean digging it all in and efforting. This is about flowing and allowing. I do see money coming in for you unexpectedly, a happy surprise. Fish, birds, and this card, to the eager expectancy of the 7 of Pentacles. It's shining here. Two of Cups. Here's to us. Champagne glasses being clinked. Connection on the soul level. And that can be anything from a business relationship to love to family. It feels as if you're working with a partner to create this abundance, co-creating with someone who's on your wavelength, creating the win-win unconditionally, trust and mutual respect, working in synergy, a relationship that's worth cultivating. In that 7 of Pentacles, putting down roots for the long term, taking the time because the time is worth taking, no rush. It's all coming in its own good time. Six of Pentacles, paying it forward. You might be in the position of be at receiving end or the giving end of this right now, and it doesn't make any difference to the energy. It is security, coming from a solid base where what's being paid forward will be paid forward again. Being able to share your resources to allow others to prosper, even if that's your time and your knowledge that all comes back to you later, in integrity for your highest good. Lovely, generous energy that inspires gratitude. In fact, gratitude here is the main energy. No cold charity. Financial harmony, more money flowing in than there is going out. A feeling of breathing a sigh of relief, and then a second sigh of contentment. Good tarot for some advice. 5 of Water, nostalgia but not getting stuck there. Looking back at the past and realising things weren't as you remember them to be. Florence Scovel Shinn tells a story about a friend who remembered her childhood home as being beautiful and luxurious. And when she went back to visit as an adult, she was horrified to find a small, cramped, ugly place with an iron dog in the front garden. We grow away from situations, people, things, dreams and desires as we gain wisdom and knowledge. Growing older is mandatory though. Growing up isn't. Keep the childlike wonder. Release any leftover negative energies that you're still carrying. What you're creating now is better than what you remember. Whether that's rose-tinted or painted in shades of grey. Queen of Fire. That this is creative collaborations with the 2 of Cups partner, whether that's also romantic or not. Co-creation on the soul level, inspired passion, creativity again. This is the card of the artist in this deck. You are capable of this deep friendship that's the base for more, deeper, as you create together in that win-win. It feels as if this is the synthesis of your two energies, more divine feminine, but powerful and evolving still, because you're both learning and growing through the intentions that you're flowing in. Open yourself up to the possibilities. Ace of Water, the manifestation of unconditional love, abundance, my cup runneth over. Look, this whole reading is telling me that something has clicked into place for you. And I think it's this. Trusting and allowing the love to flow without expecting anything in return. True unconditional love. Loving someone for the sake of loving them. Yeah, look, this is the love that nurtures the seeds that you planted and are expecting the harvest from in the 7, which is where we came in. This is hope that allows you to see the possibilities. Take the pentacle in the ace and produce the 7 of Pentacles harvest. It also allows you to shine a light on anything that's still hanging about in your energy to release it. And I think that's going to be easier with this partnership too. The Sun, as if there was any doubt. This is abundance. Everything is possible right now in this energy, and all the information that you need is accessible. This is the harvest of that 7 of Pentacles, and in the energy of Mabon, which is really soon, the harvest home, we can share it, pay it forward, like the 6 of Pentacles said. Being in total gratitude, a perfect moment. It's all good, milk it, and don't let the manifesting techniques or the spiritual practice slide. Let your inner child out to play. Enjoy yourself. Spellcaster for the outcome. 2 of Swords. It isn't too good to be true. Seriously, no second guessing here. Relax, trust, and allow. Get into coherence, head and heart, to make any decisions that are still hanging over you. And know that you can't get it wrong, because it isn't done. If you can't trust yourself, your intuition, your instincts, then who can you trust? If you need more information, the cards have already said that it's coming in, and you'll get it if you relax and allow and take the inspired action. Don't stay stuck on the brink, on the edge, because you don't trust what's manifesting in that you intended for. Usually the character in this card is wearing a blindfold, but this beautiful girl here isn't. There's no blindfold here. It's just a little step up. I don't think their hands are tied either. And there are candles to light the way, even in the bright daylight. The mountains are behind them here, and it doesn't look like there's much further to go. Knight of Swords, no, not much further to go, and swift progress at that. Be certain, sure, take the inspired actions that are nagging at you in that 2 of Swords energy. You have all of that up there in your energy to motivate you to actually get yourself unstuck and take the actions that you know need to be taken. They'll be so much easier than you thought they were going to be when you were sitting stuck. The choice here is whether you should keep going in an old direction that really doesn't make any sense anymore from the new information, or flow into this new divinely guided direction as the Sun as its outcome. It's your choice. Don't let the cards tell you what to do. Perhaps the old direction will flow you that way anyway. The cards keep saying to be open to all the possibilities. Ace of Cups for the 3rd ace. Talk about 111 for a magical angel number. The key to it all is unconditional love. And you get that here, whichever choices you make in the 3D world. Creative expression, again, creativity being a huge part of what's taking you in the positive direction. Being on the giving side of paying it forward, suddenly, unexpectedly, being in the position where you have plenty to flow out. Whatever this creative project is that we saw in the Lenormand is something that you love. The new idea, the creative spark that you just know that you'll love completely and enjoy the heck out of bringing it into the world. 6 of Swords. Here I can see where you're feeling a little hesitant on this brink, this edge of good things coming in. Things have not been easy. You've been riding rough water, but this card is the transition from rough times to smooth sailing, the tide changing so that it's running in the same direction as the wind, riding the wave of fortune. Vadim Zeeland coins that term. Here, you can dump excess baggage not needed on voyage and let the balance of the divine masculine working with the divine feminine flow your inner child to better times. The effort to feel better paying off so that you can let your inner child out to play in the light of the sun while creating the joy that flows your abundance in. Everyday Witch Oracle to close the reading out. Earth magic, yeah, that feels right. What you need is the solid security of the material world, feeling grounded, secure, stable, so that you can feel that what's under your feet will support you and you are safe. Tap into earth energy in whatever way feels best to you. Root chakra work, visualizing your roots going down into Mother Earth, the assured provision of all the base needs so that you can go up the hierarchy of needs towards self-fulfillment, coming out of survival mode and moving towards thriving, getting out into nature, into garden, hands in the soil. There's a meditative calm about actually growing things, flowers or food, both feed the soul. Connecting with the wild things, leaving food for the birds or the fae. Choose to make the mundane magical in some way, to allow more of it to flow. Group 4, if you like the reading, please hit the like button and comment below with anything that resonated for you. And if you haven't already, then subscribe to the channel so that you know whenever I upload a new pick a card reading like this one. That's it for me for this full moon reading. Until next time, I'm sending you and your loved ones all my healing love and blessings. Bye now.